Would request some faculty members to please come up and we'll announce the university names who are the top 24 teams. So I would request Dr. Aparna Nene. Ma'am, you can announce the first 6 names. Dr. Pooja Talreja, Dr. Megha Jevani, and Dr. Anupriya Panda.
Good morning, everyone. So here the names are. The first team that would come up is IIM Raipur, followed by IIM Indore, Jagran Lake City from my city, SVKMS NMS Indore, ITM University Raipur, and Symbiosis University of Applied Science, your own college. Congratulations to you all.
Okay, moving further, the teams which are eligible, Acropolis Faculty of Management and Research. Then we have Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya Bilaspur. Then Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Business Management Ujjain. International Institute of Professional Studies Devi Ahilya IIPS. Then Jaipuria Institute of Management. We have these guys here, na? So why you're not making noise? Are you not happy? Then Maharaja Agrasen International College, Raipur. Yes, correct. Congratulations.
Sri Vaishnav Institute of Management and Science, Indore. Please show some excitement, guys. Madhav Institute of Technology and Science, Gwalior. VIT Bhopal University, Bhopal. School of Economics, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. School of Commerce, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. OP Jindal University, Raigad.
So the next 6 teams who have made up to the next round of quiz are Prestige Institute of Management and Research, Gwalior. Institute of Professional Education and Research, Bhopal. Sagar Institute of Science and Technology, Bhopal. Mandsaur University, Mandsaur. Indore Institute of Management and Research, Indore. And then Prestige Institute of Management and Research, Bhopal. Give a huge round of applause to all the teams who have made up to this round. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Meghasham Shirodkar. I shall be your quiz master today. We are here for the central regional rounds in the postgraduate cohort of the National Financial Literacy Quiz 2025, brought to you by the National Institute of Securities Markets, a capacity building initiative of the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI as we call it. This year, the National Financial Literacy Quiz has been a much more expanded version, as Kunj sir was telling you. It is run over the course of 3 engaging rounds, each of which are designed to test the financial knowledge as well as problem-solving skills of young India, people like you. Today, we are here for the central regional round in the postgraduate cohort. Yesterday, we had a scintillating round of 4 quizzes in which we've already identified 10 teams who will represent Central Zone in the national finals in the undergraduate cohort. Today, we are here to find out 10 more teams from the slightly elder batch, postgraduate cohort, who will represent Central Zone in the national finale to be held at the spectacular NISM campus near Navi Mumbai. This year, we traveled to 6 zones all across India. This is the 4th, North, East, West, South, Central, and the Northeast as well. We began in the city of Joy in the East. We traveled down south to India's Silicon Valley in Bengaluru. And just a couple of weeks back, we had a really good round of quizzing with about 100 teams in Gurugram for the North Zone. Now we're here in Indore, India's cleanest city, so clean that they had to think up a new category so that some other city could win, right? And I was listening to the teams which qualified, and I was glad to see that there are teams from Raipur, Gwalior, Bhopal, Indore, etc., etc. So it all promises to be a really, really exciting day of quizzing. And what is even better, we've started half an hour ahead of time, so I can give you the full 1 hour for lunch, so you can come back re-energized for the second half of the day. So here's how we're going to do this. You already sat through a proctored round in the morning, and the top 24 teams have been identified. These teams will go through 4 rounds of semi-finals, 6 teams each, and at the end of it, we will have 8 teams, the 2 winners from each semi-final, and then the next 2 teams in the order of scores. So 10 teams who will represent Central Zone in what promises to be a cracker of a national finale in Navi Mumbai. And as again, one of our guests from Symbiosis said, we hope that the national champion should be somebody from here, somebody who's sitting today in the audience, right? So thank you so much. I hope that happens. And yesterday, just no pressure, but yesterday there were 2 teams which finished with 230 and 225 points in the regional semi-finals. So that's like the benchmark for the postgraduate cohort now. You must be wondering how we divide the 24 teams into the 4 semi-finals. The easiest way would be to take the first 6, then the next 6, and then the next 6, and then teams 19 to 24. But then that would make the level of competition very uneven, right? Because then as you go on further down the line, it becomes easier and easier for the other teams. So what we decided was we will make something which is even competition across all 4 semi-finals. So what you will see happening now is for the first semi-final, the teams which you see displayed here, they are the teams who achieved ranks 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, and 21 in the proctored round. So we've taken 1 team from each of those groups across the board. The teams who come up for the second semi-final, they will be ranked 2nd, 6th, 10th, 14th, 18th, and 22. And logically, 3rd, 7th, 11th, 15th, 19th, and 23. And the 4th semi-final will be teams ranked 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. Across the 3 cities that we've done this so far, North, East, and South, this has thrown up some really exciting competition and far better than what we had hoped for. So I just hope that the postgraduate cohort today can keep that going, because yesterday, as I said, was a really thrilling round of competition. Without further ado, I will call up the 6 teams who will walk up on stage for the first semi-final. Boni जिसको हम बोलते हैं वो उनसे करेंगे. There'll be a second semi-final immediately after. Then we'll give you hopefully a 1-hour break for lunch. In Indore, you can't really give a lesser time because Indore is famous as one of the cities to go to when it comes to food. So one of my colleagues told me that they visited Sarafa Bazaar on the second day, which was the day prior to the quiz beginning. And when I told this to the folks at home, they said that before you think of stepping out anywhere for food, look at your waistline and then don't step out. So I have yet to go to Sarafa Bazaar, but hopefully I'll do that a little later today. I will call out the teams who will walk up here. We will explain the rules to them, and then we will kick off. So let's start with the teams. At table A, team A, we will have Indian Institute of Management, Raipur, represented by Aman Kumar Shah and Dharmendra Yadav. Aman and Dharmendra, if you're here, you're team 1. Please welcome each and every team with the warmest of applauses. Please come up. Your partner is also here, I hope, somewhere. Lovely. At table B, ITM University, Raipur, represented by Ritika Mandhan and Prachi Sharma. The first all-ladies team on stage. Round of applause for them. Very, very nice. Your team B. To their immediate left at table C will be the team from Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Business Management, Ujjain, represented by Rohit Bhatt and Aditya Pathak. Rohit and Aditya, welcome to the stage. That finishes half of the first semi-final. At table D, team D is Sri Vaishnav Institute of Management and Science, Indore, Priyanshi Mangal and Khushi Pal. Already half of the stage is full of ladies. Woman power, please welcome them on stage. You can come up from the left. They are team D. Team E is School of Commerce, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Indore, Shreyansh Patidar and Deepika Chauhan. Shreyansh and Deepika, welcome to the stage. And last, but certainly not the least, Team F, Sagar Institute of Science and Technology, Bhopal, represented by Dakshika Chalotre and Aman Patharia. Dakshika and Aman, welcome to the stage. These then are your 6 teams, so you can take a look at the camera. I think a gentleman is taking a nice photo. Great. These are your 6 teams in the very first semi-final for the postgraduate cohort of the National Financial Literacy Quiz here in the Central Zone. Thank you. This is not a cup of tea for me. This is one of the prizes that you will get from NISM for the audience, right? So this is something which not even the winners are getting, so that's an incentive. So we will come to how you get these mugs later. These are the 6 teams who will go through the first semi-final, and we will now familiarize them with the rules for the day. All the other teams who are sitting in the audience, you can also take a look at the rules because they're the same set of rules which will govern your semi-finals as well. And my selfish motive in making you listen to them right now is that I have to explain less when I call you up on stage for the next 3 semi-finals. So let's take a look at the roadmap. 5 rounds, 42 questions. Fans of Douglas Adams will know that 42 is what he calls the answer to life, the universe, and everything. So we decided to have 42 questions. Each round will have a separate set of rules, slightly different scoring, and so on and so forth. I will explain those rules to you before that round begins. We will do a scores check at the end of every round. And at the very end, with just 3 questions to go in the last round, I will give you all an interim score update as well. As I like to joke, if any of you are fans of Mahi, then if the last 3 balls are where you want to make a move, then that score update is for you. We will also encourage all of you to maintain your own scores as well. And if you are that competitive, maintain scores for the other 5 teams also. Not for anything else, but sometimes human error can creep in and maybe a 10-point goes to another team instead of the team to which it is due. And it will help keep us and my scorer on our toes as well. Audience, where does the mug come in? This is where it comes in. We will have audience questions after every round. And except for the multiple choice questions round, any question that the teams cannot answer passes to you as well. There is just one condition. You do not shout out or murmur the answers amongst yourself when it is going on. When I come to you, please put up a hand. I will get a mic across to you. You tell me your name, the name of your college or institute, and then what is hopefully the right answer to the question. If you give me the right answer, you get either a chocolate, or if the question is that good enough, you get one of these really cool mugs from the NISM. Just to put it in perspective, the NISM team hasn't even given me one of these, so if you win a mug, you will have something which even I don't have. So, and hopefully you'll put it to good use for your morning cup of tea or coffee. Having said that, let's move quickly into round 1. My scorer, are you ready? We are good? Perfect. Audience, I hope you're ready as well. Wish you all the very best. Round 1 for the first semi-final. 12 questions. All of them will have multiple choice options. So 1 question, 4 options. Bahut nainsafi hai if you're Sholay fans. But these questions do not pass because, of course, they're multiple choice questions. I will give 20 seconds of thinking time to the team. You can, of course, answer before if you know it for sure. You get a correct answer, you win 10 points. If you give me the wrong answer, there is no negative marking. So please feel free to guess. In case the teams haven't answered at the end of 15, 16 seconds, I will give you a quick push saying that 5 seconds to go or 3 seconds to go, and then I need an answer. When you're answering, just one request, don't just tell me the alphabet, don't say A or D or whatever, give me the full answer. If it is A Mumbai, then you say A Mumbai. If it is D Bengaluru, you say D Bengaluru, so that I don't mishear D as B or vice versa and miss out on giving you points. In case I still feel doubtful, please, I will prompt you and you can repeat the answer once again into the mic, always. Give me 1 answer per question, not 2 at a time, because then I'll just take the one which I heard first. If all the teams are ready, question number 1 for team A, here it comes. What is the main objective of rebalancing a portfolio? Is it to analyze past performance? Is it to align with target asset reallocation? Is it to frequently buy and sell securities? Or is it to predict market trends? Team A. Rebalancing a portfolio.
B, to align with target asset allocation.
And that aligns perfectly with 10 points. They start off with 10 points to team A. Very, very nice. ITM University, your question. Which of the following is ranked last, both in terms of profit sharing as well as receiving liquidation proceeds if it comes to liquidation? Is it the lenders? Is it the employees? Is it equity shareholders, or is it government creditors? Team B.
It's C, equity shareholders.
Is correct. 10 points to the ladies as well. Equity shareholders are ranked last, both when it comes to receiving profits as well as liquidation proceeds share also. 10 points to Team B for Bravo. Team C, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Institute, your question. What is the settlement method for USD INR futures? So the dollar rupee futures, and these are your options. Is it physical, which means that it is based on actual delivery? Is it that it can be both cash or physical? Is it a gold indexed transfer, or is it cash only? Team C.
Sir, this is B, can be cash or physical.
Not really. It can be only cash, because dollar rupee futures are always mandatorily settled in cash. No worries, you don't win 10 points, but you don't get a negative as well. And there will be another question coming your way in the second cycle. Team D, here's your question. The database of distinctive numbers, or DN as we call it, of equity shares of listed companies are created and maintained by which of these? Is it by the issuer company? Is it created and maintained by the custodians? Does SEBI do it? Or is it done by the depository? Team D. Essentially, who is the Chitragupt of distinctive numbers of equity shares? Team D. 5 more seconds.
C, SEBI.
Not really. SEBI does bigger and more important things. Not that this isn't important. It's the depository which has the responsibility of creating and maintaining the database of distinctive numbers. But no worries, you'll get another chance. Team E, question number 5. Alignment of interests in an alternative investment fund structure is primarily required between which two sets of people? And you have 4 options. Is it between the AIF and its auditor? Is it between the AIF and the subsidiary? Is it between the limited liability partnership and the trust? Or is it between the manager and the AIF investors themselves? Team E. Alignment of interest. Your interests have to be aligned. Of which two sets of people? Team E. Five more seconds. Can you repeat the full answer?
The AIF and the subsidiary?
Not really. An alignment of interest needs to exist between the manager and the AIF investors, so that there could be no potential conflicts and their interests are aligned perfectly so that the AIF can function the way it is meant to function. 3 misses in a row. Let's see if F can break that trend. Question number 6. What is the term for issuing new shares to existing shareholders without any payment or consideration called? Is it a special dividend? Is it an interim dividend? Is it stock dividend? Or is it a cash dividend? Team F. This is one of the questions which I think can be logically worked out. Team F. New shares to existing shareholders without taking any payment from them. Team F. 5 more seconds.
It's C, stock dividend.
Will fetch you 10 points. Nice answer, stock dividend. Usually you get dividends without giving any consideration for them, even when it comes to mutual funds and stuff. In the same way, you get some extra shares without paying for them, provided you are an existing shareholder. 10 points to Team F for Foxtrot. Back to Team A. Let's see if you can get 10 as well. Question number 7. As per the Companies Act, when a company plans to raise additional capital by offering shares first to its existing shareholders, what is such an offer called? Is it a bonus issue? Is it a public issue? Is it a rights issue? Or is it a preference issue? Team A.
C, rights issue.
Will fetch you 10 points. Good answering. It's called a rights issue. Because you are an existing shareholder, you get the right to have what's called the first right of refusal sometimes in business. 10 points to Team A. Next question to Team B. Question number 8. According to the SCRA Act, Securities Contracts Regulation Act, which of the following are included under the definition of securities? So it's like the basis of all markets. Is it government securities? Is it derivatives? Is it shares, scrips, or bonds? Or is it simply all three of the above? Team B.
D, all of the above.
Will fetch you 10 points. Very, very nice. Is it all of the above? It is all of the above. 10 points is what you will get. Team B for Bravo gets 10. Team C, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Institute, here's your question. The NPS, the National Pension System, provides what type of retirement benefits to its subscribers? And these are your options. Do they give a guaranteed pension? Do they give a defined benefit? Do they give a voluntary pension, or is it simply a defined contribution? Team C. Five more seconds.
Sir, it's a guaranteed pension.
Not really. It's something called a defined contribution retirement plan, where the benefits depend upon the contributions made and the returns that are accrued on these contributions. No points, but there's a long, long way to go, so you'll get your chance. Team D, here's your question. Which of the following decisions must an individual make when he or she is initiating an SIP or an SWP, a systematic investment plan or a systematic withdrawal plan? Is it that you have to decide a fixed amount per installment? Is it that you have to decide what is the frequency of these installments? Is it the definition of the total number of installments that has to be decided? Or is it all of the above? Team D.
It's D, all of the above.
You have to decide all of them, right? You can't just say, I'll leave one open-ended and play it as it comes. 10 points to Team D for Delta. Very, very nice. And the next question will be to Team E. Here's your question. In commodity derivatives markets, transactions that result in the actual transfer of ownership of the underlying commodity are settled using which of the following mechanisms? And these are your options. Is it cash settlement? Is it auction settlement? Is it margin settlement? Or is it delivery versus payment? Team E. "20 seconds ticking away. Five more seconds.
Option A is cash settlements.
No, it's done via the delivery versus payment system. It's called DVP, and it ensures that the transfer of ownership of commodities occurs only upon simultaneous payment, which reduces the counterparty risk. Why is it only on delivery? Because unlike shares, commodities are tangible things, right? So once it is gone from you, you can't really get it back if you get the payment or not, which is why delivery versus payment is what is followed. No points, but a question to Team F, the last question of the multiple choice round. Team F, here's your question. Under the current federal structure in India, regulatory oversight of spot market transactions in agricultural commodities primarily falls under which authority's jurisdiction? And these are your options. Is it under the authority of the central government? Is it under SEBI's jurisdiction? Is it under the jurisdiction of each state government? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the Forward Markets Commission, or FMC as we call it? Team F. You know what a federal structure is, right? Central government at the center and state governments at the state level. Team F.
It's option D, Forward Market Commission.
Not really. It is done by the individual state governments, because the constitution says that the spot market trade is a state subject. So there is a list called the union list and the state list. This falls under state list. No points, but that brings us to the end of the multiple choice questions round. Let's have a question for the audience while the scores are being totaled. Let's see an easy one to start off with. So we'll give a chocolate for this probably. So we all know that the Indian currency is called the rupee, right? So way back in the 1500s, that was when the first rupee was issued, done by an emperor called Sher Shah Suri, who introduced a silver coin called the rupiah. And that is how ultimately we came to what we call the Indian rupee. What I want to ask of you for a chocolate is, how did the rupiah get its name? Why was it called the rupiah? What is the origin of rupiah when it came to the silver coin that Sher Shah Suri? Okay, lovely. We have the first hand up. Let's get mic to the maroon shirt boy. Your name, stand up please. Your name, college name, and hopefully the right answer.
My name is Mohit. I am from IIM Indore. And my answer is that in Sanskrit, rupa means silver.
And it was made out of silver. I can't give you a silver coin, but I can give you a chocolate. Give him a chocolate, please. Round of applause for him. And are you one of the 24 teams who will come up here later? Lovely. So hopefully you can win some cool prizes for that as well. That was the first audience question. Let's take a look at the scores. Lovely. 2 teams are yet to open their account. C and E have some work cut out to do. 2 teams are on 10, which is team D and F. 2 early leaders at this moment. Teams A and B, neighbors to each other, with 20 points apiece. Let's give them a warm round of applause, and we will jump into round number 2. Lovely. Round number 2 is all about images. So there will be some image coming up on screen along with an accompanying question. It could be a person, it could be a book cover, it could be a building, it could even be something that is a currency note or a coin. Really, anybody's guess. Depends upon what the quiz setter thought was a good question. There will be a question attached to it. Giving the correct answer gets you 15 points. There are no negatives if you give me the wrong answer, so please feel free to guess away. We will begin with team 1. And since these are not multiple choice questions, these questions will pass. How do they pass? I give 30 seconds of thinking time only to the first team, the direct team as we call it. If they give me the right answer, they get the full 15 points. We move on to the next team. If you don't give me the right answer, or if you say pass, which I hope you don't do because there's no negatives, so why not guess? Then we move to the next team with the full 15 points intact. If they give me the right answer, they get 15. And the next question will go to the next team. So that's a system we call infinite bounds in Indian quizzing. It ensures that no team, no matter how strong they are, gets 2 or 3 questions one after the other in succession. So mathematically, it will ensure that once you've answered a question, you have to wait for the full cycle of teams before the next question comes to you. What happens if none of the teams answer a question? I go across to the audience, you put up a hand, I give you a mic, you give me the right answer, you get a chocolate or a mug, and then we go back to the same team with the next question. We will do this only for 2 questions in succession. In the extremely rare event that these teams don't answer 2 questions successively, the next question will move on to the next team. Clear? At any point in time, if you have a doubt about how I have passed, please feel free to stop me and ask. In the same way that SEBI is very transparent, this quiz is also very transparent when it comes to rules and regulations. We will begin with team A. Question number 1, here it comes. Located off the western Indian coast, which location or thing do you see portrayed here on this Indian 1 rupee note that was released or that came out in 2015, team A? I will accept either one of 2 answers. If you give me the exact name of that structure that you see there, you get points. If you tell me what that area is called, I also give you 15 points. Team A. You have 30 seconds, ticking away. Other teams, if the question passes, I won't give you time, so just keep your mics handy and don't switch off the microphones because then it takes time to come back and forth. 10 more seconds, team A. The 1 rupee note obviously is India's legal tender. The rest are all kind of promissory notes. That's why there's a promise printed on them. Yes, team A.
Oil rig near Mumbai in Arabian Sea.
Oil rig near Mumbai?
In Arabian Sea.
In Arabian Sea. Passes to B. Pass question, so I need an answer immediately.
Is it Sahibmati Port?
Sabarmati,
no, sorry.
Not Sabarmati Port. Passes to C.
Sir, it's an image of Bombay High on western coast.
Bombay High is what I was looking for. The oil field at Bombay High, and that actual oil rig is itself called Sagar Samrat. So as you can see, I would have accepted either one of the answers that you see on screen. C opted to give me Bombay High. Bombay High is strategically very, very important to us as a country because it is one of the few places in India where you can actually get petroleum. So as you can see, the 1,000 rupee note which got defunct, which was then withdrawn, also had Sagar Samrat somewhere in the middle. 15 points to team C for Charlie. The next question by the law of infinite bounds will go to team D. Here's your question. This financial institution, founded by Maharaja Hari Singh in 1938, was India's first state-promoted bank. Headquartered in a union territory, it now operates over 1,000 branches all over the country. What bank has this logo? Team D.
Jammu and Kashmir Bank.
Beautiful. 15 points to the girls. Very, very confident. They didn't even take those 30 seconds. This is, of course, the J&K Bank or Jammu and Kashmir Bank. I tried to throw in a googly there by saying it's located in a union territory because of the political ramifications that are going on. But they knew their answer pit-pat. 15 points to team D for Delhi. The next question goes to team E. As you can see here, this is a chart pattern named after a geographical formation, something that we learn about in geography, a very common English word. It is formed when prices gap up or down, trade in a range, and then gap in the opposite direction. If you can see those two circles, that is the key word. Why is it named after something that you see in geography? Because it leaves the price action isolated from the rest of the chart. So the keywords are in italics. Think of something in geography that is separate from everything else. What is it called? It often signals a sharp reversal in trend direction. What is this technical chart pattern called in normal English? Team E. And it is named after something that we learn about in geography, something that is isolated from everything else. Team E. It's called a blank chart pattern. Fill in the blank.
Island chart pattern.
Can you repeat that?
Island chart pattern.
Because an island is separate from all other lands. 15 points. Beautiful answering. I think they worked it out, which is an even better way to get points. It's called an island reversal or an island chart pattern. 15 points to team E. And the next question will go to team F. These are books that deal with many interesting topics, including high-frequency trading, the subprime financial crisis of 2008, the first presidency of Donald Trump, and his interaction with various agencies, etc., etc. Who is the famous author who wrote both Flash Boys and The Fifth Risk, amongst other books? Team F. Fifteen more seconds. Other teams, if they pass, I need you to keep your guesses ready. Okay? Last 3 seconds, team F.
Pass.
All right, passing to A. Take a guess.
John Wick.
Not really. Passes to B.
Pass.
Passes to C.
I guess Michael Henry.
Michael Henry. Passes to D.
Benjamin Graham.
Not Benjamin Graham, another big name from the world of investing and finances. Team E.
Charlie.
Not Charlie. Passes to, it was your question, right? Team F. All right. For a mug this time. The first hand I saw go up was the gentleman in the orange shirt. So let's get a mic to you. This is somebody whose more famous books, one of them has been made into a beautiful movie as well. We are getting a mic to you. Your name, the institution name, and your answer.
Hello, sir. My name is Dr. Mosam. I'm from MITS Gwalior.
Okay.
Is it Michael Lewis?
It is Michael Lewis, the author of Moneyball and Liar's Poker as well. Let's give him a mug from NISM. I hope that will find pride of place in the staff room when you have your morning cup of tea or coffee. Michael Lewis, who wrote that really famous book called Moneyball, which is about how instead of hiring stars to play in your baseball team, you can actually use the power of numbers to hire the most efficient team who can win you trophies. Michael Lewis, and that's how he looks. Now you know. The next question, because nobody got it, will go back to Team F. Here's your question. This former governor of the Reserve Bank of India has been a member of the Rajya Sabha, has also been a deputy RBI governor before becoming governor, and he also headed the committee that established the value of the poverty line that is presently in use. Simply tell me, what is his name? Very, very famous. His term was also very famous. "30 seconds, ticking away. Five seconds more.
Pass.
Passes to A, into the mic.
D. Subbarao.
Not D. Subbarao. We featured Subbarao sir in yesterday's quiz. So passes to B.
IG Patel.
Not IG Patel. Passes to C.
Pass.
Passes to the ladies at D.
Sanjay Pancholia.
Not really. Passes to E. Into the mic. Take a guess.
S. Das.
Not Shaktikanta Das either. Let's go to the lady in the black blazer there. We'll get you a mic to my left. To the far left. She's sitting alone there. We'll get you a mic. Your name, the college name, and your answer. And we'll give you a chocolate now, okay? My friend, the mic is not on. Please make sure it is on when we give it to the students or the... Yeah.
Hi, my name is Garima. I am from Mopi Jindal University. Is it C. Rangarajan?
It is C. Rangarajan, and you win a chocolate and a round of applause for her. This is Shri C. Rangarajan, or Dr. C. Rangarajan. He has a PhD, and you get a chocolate. Just a request, by the way, please ensure that the chocolates that you're getting, make sure that the wrappers go back with you outside and they get put in the dustbin. It's a beautiful campus and an even more beautiful auditorium, and let's not litter. Let's make sure that we give it the respect that it deserves. Having said that, moving on, this was question number 5. You got 2 questions in succession, so now it won't go back to you. It will move ahead to Team A. Here's your question. This family-run Indian conglomerate group of companies founded by AMM-Chettiar, and the dash is the name of the group, includes companies like Tube Investments of India, Cholamandalam MS Insurance, Carborundum Universal, and Coromandel International. In 2024, it was estimated that the group was worth more than 85,000 crores. I just want you to identify this group. Their logo is on the right. It's that beautiful stylized peacock in red. And there is a postage stamp that was issued in the group's honor way back in 2005. That's how important it is to the Indian economy. Team A, what's your answer?
We have to identify group, right?
Yes.
Murugappa group.
Murugappa will get you 15 points. This is the Murugappa group, 15 points to Team A. That brings us to the end of the second round of image questions. We will have a quick score update, and since we've already asked a lot of audience questions, my scorer tells me that he is so fast, why am I wasting time? So let's take a look at the scores. Beautiful. Early trends. All the teams are on the scoreboard, which is a definite plus. 10 points to Team F, 15 apiece to Teams C and E, 20 to Team B. Second at this position at this point is 25 to Sri Vaishnav Institute at table D, and holding on to that 10-point lead is Team A with that last answer with 35. Give them a round of applause, and let us go quickly into the next round, which is one of my favorites because 1, it gets over literally in about 3 to 3.5 minutes, and 2, because there's a lot of buzzing and excitement going on. Let's show you the rules for round 3. Round 3 is a jumbled words round. There will be 1 or 2 words which are jumbled. If it's 1 word, it will be a 1 string. If it is a 2-word term, there will be 2 separate strings and the words are jumbled separately. So for example, if the answer to that jumbled string is Federal Bank, the word federal will be scrambled separately. There will be a space in between and the word bank will be scrambled separately. There will be a clue at the top, a line of 5 or 6 words, which will tell you what the clue is. And you don't have to wait for me to read out the question. This is completely on the buzzer. So the moment you see the question, if you feel you know the right answer, you buzz, you press that buzzer. We will test them before we start. And the moment somebody buzzes, I will stop speaking. I will call out which team it is. So wait for me to say team E or team A or team C, whatever it is. And then you give me the answer. The team which buzzes fastest and answers first, if they get it right, they get plus 15. If unfortunately they go wrong, they get a minus 15. And once I identify the team, your answer has to be instantaneous. You can't start thinking or discussing then. Otherwise, it will be a minus. If the first team gets a negative, we go on to the next team which has buzzed. I see their order of buzzing in my set, so I will call out their name. If the second team gets it right, they get plus 10. If they go wrong as well, they get a minus 10. Rules are clear? We will now do a quick check of the buzzers, beginning with team A. B, C, one moment please, C, perfect, D, E, and F. Perfect. All the buzzers are working. These buzzers are calibrated to 1,000th of a second. So if all the teams press simultaneously, it will still show which team was 1,000th of a second faster. So don't worry. If you've buzzed first, you will get a chance to answer first. Wait for me to call out your name. All right? Let's move quickly into the round. Fingers on your buzzers. Audience, please stay quiet. Question number 1, here it comes. A long-term income strategy for post-work life. Team E.
Retirement planning.
15 points. Lovely answer. Retirement planning is what I wanted. A 2-word jumble to start off with. 15 points to team E for echo. Let's reset the buzzer. Fingers on your buzzers. Question or word number 2. A term for something kept apart or separated. This is a buzz from C into the mic. Quickly, please.
Segregated.
Segregated will fetch them 15 points. 15 points to team C, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Institute. That's 1515. Segregated is what I was looking for. 2 words gone. 3rd word jumble coming up. Fingers on your buzzers. Here it comes. 2 words. The uncertainty of outliving financial resources. I'm going to give you the 2nd word because it's all right. Team D into the mic.
Longevity risk.
15 points. Beautiful. Longevity risk is what I was looking for. If you live long enough, you're worried that your financial resources may not keep up with the amount of time you're spending on God's green earth. Beautiful answering by the ladies at team D. D gets 15. No negatives yet, which is a huge plus. No pun intended. Moving on. Fingers on your buzzers. Question number 4. A portfolio that evolves with age or goals. The 2nd word is fund, so I just need the first now. What is the entire? All right, it's a buzz from C into the mic, please.
Life cycle fund.
15 points. Life cycle fund is correct. Life cycle fund. 15 points for team C. For Charlie, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Institute, they seem to be liking the jumbled words round. That's 4 questions gone. 5th word coming up now. The degree to which something is successful in producing a desired result. This is a buzz from D.
Effectiveness.
Very, very effective answer. 15 points to team E. This is effectiveness. Team D for Delta gets 15. And I'm so sorry, I got carried away. You get 15, which means that there's just 1 question to go. Question number 6, coming up on your screens now. upfront capital required to open a leveraged position? This is a buzz. This is a buzz from E. Yes.
Initial margin.
15 points. They started this round and they will finish it. Initial margin is correct. I believe, if I remember correctly, this is the first ever jumbled words round across 4 cities where there has not been a single negative. So round of applause for them. Very, very nice. Just goes to show the caliber of teams here in Indore and the Central Zone. Like Sir said, I really, really wish you keep this going in the national finals as well, whichever of you goes through. But for now, I will ask an audience question and then we will do the scores. So if you look, and I think this is for a mug, an NISM mug, so added incentive. So if you look at commodities markets worldwide, there is a certain metal whose trade or the value, or not value, the frequency and the bulk, the ups and downs of trade in that metal has historically been seen to be representative of where world economy is headed. So if trade in that metal is really going booming, then it means that the world economy is doing well. If that metal is being traded low or it's really suffering, then it means that the world economy is headed for a recession or at least a downfall. And why is that? Because this metal finds use in almost every single aspect of our lives, not just now, but in the past as well. Because of this, this metal is also nicknamed Dr. Blank in the world commodity markets. Which metal am I talking about? Let's go to the lady in the black blazer here. Let's get a mic to you. Your name, the institute name, and the metal. I think it's on. Just check.
Hello.
Yeah.
My name is Astha. I'm from NISM Indore. And if I'm not wrong, it's copper.
Dr. Copper, very, very nice. Let's give her a mug from NISM. It is called Dr. Copper because copper finds use in every single thing from mobile phones to electric circuits and so on and so forth. A nice NISM mug for you to take back to your college. Let's take a look at the scores. Lovely. We have 2 new leaders. The board has been appended. Still 10 points to team F, 20 points to team B. Now the team which was leading has slipped down to 3rd position. IIM Raipur on 35. 2 people at 2nd position, which is 45 apiece to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Institute and School of Commerce Indore. But on the back of what was a really rocking jumbled words round, the ladies at team D are the new leaders with 55. Give them a round of applause. Very, very nice answering. And we will move quickly into the 4th round. This also happens to be the fastest frequency of rounds that we are seeing, which is a function of how good the teams have prepped. So let's take a look at round 4. Round 4 is all about slogans, taglines, and quotes by famous people. I will show you a tagline or I'll show you a quotation. It could be a question saying, whose tagline is this? In which case it could be a company or a country or whatever. If it is a quotation, it could be one of 2 questions. It could either be, who said this? Or I would have blanked out some words in that quotation and I would ask you to fill in those blanks because they have something to do with money, economy, markets, investing, etc., etc. We began with team 1 for the first passing round. So we will now flip across to team F. For this, we will start with F and we will go counterclockwise. So now it will flow F, E, D, C, B, and A. The time for each direct question remains the same, which is 30 seconds. In case it passes, the other teams don't get thinking time. If you answer a question correctly, there is a little more points that you get. It's plus 20 if you get it right. No negatives if you get it wrong. So again, please feel free to guess. Audience, I will come to you if they don't answer. We will flip between chocolates and mugs depending on the level of difficulty of the question. Team F, if you are ready, for 20 points, the first question in round 4 is this. One app for everything money, and that's not a shortcut by me, that's how they write it, one-app for everything money. This is the tagline for a neobank, an Indian neobank, which is named after something we see in the heavens. Team F, whose tagline is one app for everything money. And by heavens, I don't mean like literal mythological heavens, normal astronomical heavens. Team F.
B map.
Sorry?
Beam app.
Beam app, no, passes to E. Beam app is a payment app, right? It's not a neobank. Team E. The Bharat interface for money. Bheem.
Paytm.
For sure. Sorry?
Paytm.
Not Paytm either. You see Paytm in the sky? I don't think so. Team D, neobank. Past question, can't give you time, ladies. One of the more famous neobanks in India. No? Passes to C. Into the mic. Quickly, please.
Pass.
Passes to ITM at B.
Liquinous.
Sorry?
Liquinous.
Not really. Passes to A.
Payments Bank.
Not Airtel Payments Bank. I don't see Airtel in the heavens. I don't know about you. But it was a question for you. So for a chocolate, let's go across to the lady in the blue top. Yes. Can you please stand up? We'll get a mic to you. Please ensure the mic is on. Your name, the name of your college, and the answer.
Hello everyone, myself Astha. I am from Prestige Institute, Gwalior, and probably the answer is Jupiter.
It is Jupiter. Let's give you a chocolate. This is Jupiter, one app for everything money. Jupiter is one of the bigger neo-banking companies in India today, and this is their homepage. So that's where you see their tagline. Nobody got this, which means that we go back to Team F. I think it's a quotation this time made by a very famous person who founded a very, very famous company as well. Here's your question. This person said, bull markets are born on pessimism, grow on skepticism, mature on optimism, and die on euphoria. Really beautiful way to express how a bull market runs. This is a quotation by a very famous person who established one of the biggest banking and fund managing entities of its kind in America. The company as we know it today is made up of his last name and the last name of a very, very famous US statesperson from history. I just want his name. Even if you give me the last name, it's fine. Team F. 30 seconds. The firm that he founded, it is made up of, it has a two-word name. The first word is his last name, or rather no. The second word is his last name. And the first word, funnily enough, is the name of a very famous US statesman from history who has got nothing to do with the company. But this person loved the way that historical figure talked about investing and compound interest. Team F.
Federal.
Federal, not really, passes to E. Just the last name will do.
Chase?
Not Chase, because you're talking about JP Morgan Chase. Very nice guess, I love that. Passes to the ladies at D.
Lincoln.
Lincoln, which would make the firm what?
Abraham Lincoln.
Not really, but again, a nice guess. American statesman, kind of fits. Team C. I anyways wanted the other person's name, right? Not the US statesman's name. Passes to C.
John Soros.
George Soros, like the Bank of England fame. No, passes to B. Just give me the name of the person, not the American statesman.
Smith. Adam.
Nice. Smith is one of the most common last names in the English-speaking world, but no, passes to A.
We have to answer second person, right?
You just have to answer the financial guy, not the US historical figure.
Okay.
The firm name is made up of US historical figure's last name and this person's last name. Only the last name will do.
Morgan Stanley.
Not Morgan Stanley either. I thought somebody will crack it by now. Let's go to sir, and this time not a chocolate, we'll give you a mug, so you have to keep it in your office. Let's get a mic to the front row. And please make sure it is on so he doesn't have to test it. Yeah, we have a mic to your right, sir. Here, yeah.
Myself, Professor Mehta from Ujjain. Sir John Templeton.
Sir John Templeton is correct. Franklin Templeton is what I was cluing you. Franklin Templeton is named after Benjamin Franklin, who had nothing to do with the company, and John Templeton. So Franklin Templeton. John Templeton was a huge fan of the frugality or the saving spirit, which Ben Franklin was famous for. So when he had a company, he wanted it to have Benjamin Franklin's name as well, which is why the firm is called Franklin Templeton. And of course, who here doesn't know about Franklin Templeton, right? JP Morgan Chase and both, what was the other guess? Morgan Stanley were really nice guesses, but unfortunately wrong guesses. Nobody gets points, which means that now we move ahead to Team E with the next question. This is an online lending platform named like one of the famous, the last part of its name is like one of the more famous Indian e-commerce companies, one of the largest Indian e-commerce companies of its kind. And the first part of its name is simply what it does, which basically it lets you borrow money, right? So what is that called? And what is a part of the name of one of India's most biggest or famous e-commerce companies? Put that together, whose tagline? The first part is because they give loans. So what is giving loans called? And the next part is because it's like a basket of loans. So it uses part of the name of one of India's biggest e-commerce firms, Team E. It's yours, Team E, not theirs. We moved on.
Credit Flipkart.
Credit Flipkart. Okay, that's a nice guess, but no. In any case, I don't want the full name of the e-commerce company, but let me tell you, you thought very, very nicely. Passes to D. They said Credit Flipkart. Okay? So in your case, the more correct answer would have been credit card, for example. It's not the right answer, but yes. Team D. Quickly, please, pass question. What is giving loans called? Team C. Pass question? Passes to Team B, ITM.
Crenshaw.
Not Crenshaw, passes to A.
Navi Finance.
Not Navi Finance. I said they were on the right line, right? Passes to F. Pass question, so I need to push you a little bit. Passes as well. For a chocolate, let's go to somebody who doesn't have it. So the guy in the cap, yes, there's only one person in a cap, so we'll come to you. And your name, college name, and the answer.
My name is Abhishek Gurjar, and I am from Gwalior, Prestige. And it's Kinara Capital.
No, not really. We'll give it to the guy next to you, so passing the mic is easier. Your name, college name, and answer.
My name is Tushar Gupta. I am from Prestige Institute of Management, Indore. And I guessing the answer is lending card.
Because giving loans is lending.
Yes.
Cart from Flipkart. Lending cart will get you a chocolate. This is lending cart. I was trying to clue it. You are on the right lines, but I couldn't give it to you for credit Flipkart, right? So lending cart will give you a chocolate. And the next question will go back to Team E. I love the fact that they're smiling in spite of getting it wrong. Let's hope that you get this for 20 points. Let's show you the question. Be a step ahead in life is the tagline of an Indian bank from the southern area of India, from South India. It also has the name of one of India's southern states in its name. Which bank's tagline is be a step ahead in life?
Kerala Bank.
Not Kerala Bank, passes to D.
Telangana.
Sorry?
Telangana Bank.
Not Telangana Bank, passes. Now they are going through all the southern states. Passes to C.
Canara Bank.
Not Canara Bank either, passes to B.
Telangana Bank.
Not Telangana Bank. They said Telangana, so I could have given it to them. Team A.
Bank of Andhra.
Not Bank of Andhra either, passes to F. Take a guess. Southern state which hasn't been covered yet. Quickly, please, pass question. Take a guess.
Andhra Bank.
They said Andhra, no? It was a question for Team E, right? So nobody gets it. Let's go to the gentleman in the second row. Yes? I need a very exact answer. I'll give you a mug.
Hi sir, I am Keshav Goel from NISM Indore. It's Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank.
Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank is correct. TMB, Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go across to team. Did you get two questions in succession? You did, right? So we'll go to team D now with the next question. I'm looking for a 5-word answer. It also happens to be the name given to a very popular kind of investment strategy. Okay, so investment strategy or trading. All right, let's take a look. Multi-asset, multi-manager is the name of a new app, or not a new app, of an app, an online platform. What platform is this? The name of this platform, it's a 5-letter answer. It also happens to be a very popular modern investment or trading strategy. Team D. something to do with studying numbers and then coming up with decisions based on numbers. Five letters, that's all. And the reason why it is all in small case is because even their brand name is all in small letters. Team D. Very, very famous kind of trading strategy also. 5 letters. Team D. 5 more seconds. One of the screens seemed to be giving an error. Team C's screen down here. So please take a look. Not that screen, your name screen. All right, Team D. Go ahead. Take a guess. What is a trading strategy that is based on hard number crunching called? No? Passing to C. Into the mic. Take a guess.
Quant.
Quant. Guessing or guessing from the fact that quant strategy is based on crunching numbers? Lovely. 20 points to you. This is quant, multi-asset, multi-manager. 20 points to Team C. And the level of these taglines was such that we had to wait for the question coming so far in order for the first points. 20 points to Team C. Let's move to the last question of this round, and then we have the 5th round to go. Team B, here's your question. If you have trouble imagining a 20% loss in the stock market, you shouldn't be in stocks. This is a quotation by a very, very, very famous investor who founded a company that is known for being at the forefront of investing for a very long time. Team B, whose quotation is this?
Zerodha.
Not Zerodha. I need the name of a person, right? Okay. So passes to A.
Warren Buffett.
Not Warren Buffett. That's the default guess for legendary investing. Passes to F. This gentleman popularized the idea of index fund investing. Team F. Pass question, can't give you much time.
Pass.
Passes to E. Again, pass question. Passing also. Ladies at D.
Nikhil Kamath.
Not Nikhil Kamath because they said Zerodha, right? No, I would have prompted them for a better answer. Team C.
Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, sir.
Not Rakesh Jhunjhunwala either. Audience, let's go to the gentleman in the blazer. And I'm definitely not doing audience questions after this round because 5 chocolates and mugs already. Let's get a mic to you.
Myself, Adarsh Agrawal. I am from Maharaja Agrasen International College. And the answer is Peter Lynch.
Not Peter Lynch either. Let's go to the lady at the back. Yes. Your name, college name, and answer.
Hello, sir. My name is Sweetie Misra. I am from TIT College. And answer is John Bogle.
John Bogle is correct, founder of the Vanguard Group. Let's give her a chocolate. Very, very nice. He, of course, passed away a little before COVID. He was the creator, founder of something that we call index investing, where you follow an index and then you invest. And of course, lots of books which are considered Bibles of investing by people who are interested in the markets. That brings us to the end of round 4. Let's take a look at the scores. Lovely. Scores have remained sort of stationary except for the 120 pointer that was gotten by Team C, which puts them at 65. It makes them leaders at this point. 55 to the girls at D, 45 to their neighbors at E. Then we have 35-20 at 10 to A, B, and F. These are your scores. Let's show you the rules for round 5. Let me remind you, this is the last round, and the only 2 teams which will directly qualify to come to Mumbai in November are the teams which come first and second in this semi-final. Also, at the end of all 4 semi-finals, we have cash prizes, I think 40, 30, 20, for the top 3 scores across all 4 semi-finals. So even if you win, you may or may not get those prizes, so that's your incentive to keep on scoring as well. The first 6 questions are regular questions. 25 points for getting it correct, starting with A and moving clockwise. No negatives if you get it wrong. 30 seconds of thinking time for the direct as always. No thinking time if it passes. The last 6 questions, starting with 7, are on the buzzer. I'll explain the rules for those when we come to the buzzer questions. All teams okay with the rules? The first 6 questions are no negatives, plus 25 or 0. So please feel free to guess. Team A, here's question number 1. The term for India's benchmark stock market index was first coined in 1989 by a market analyst named Deepak Mohani. What name did Deepak Mohani coin, combining the 2 words that are most used for this benchmark stock market index? Team A. 1 word, and all of us in this room know this word very, very well. It didn't exist before 1989. Deepak Mohani combined 2 words to come up with this word for a benchmark stock market index. Team A. Ten more seconds.
Sensitivity index.
Sensitivity index. Those are 2 words. No? Yeah. I want a 1-word answer. Quickly, please. Last 3 seconds.
Sensitivity index.
Sensitivity index is your answer, in spite of the fact that it is 2 words. Passes to B. Pass question, need to rush you.
So pass.
You're passing this? Passes to C.
Sensex.
Sensex is correct. He came up with the word, 1-word answer. Sensitive index is something which existed before. He coined the word Sensex. That's all that was required. 25 points to Team C, which is why I gave you a chance, right? Give me 1 word. Team C gets 25, C for Charlie. The next question goes to Team D. Which Asian country operates a sovereign wealth fund, the entire country's finances or treasury being operated, which is known as Khazana Nacional? It manages strategic investments on behalf of that country's government. Which Southeast Asian country am I talking about? Team D. "30 seconds, ticking away. And look at the fact that it is called Khazana Nacional. Nacional, of course, is national, but what kind of country would use a word like Khazana, which sounds very similar to Urdu, Hindi, etc., etc.? And it's a Southeast Asian country.
Sri Lanka.
Not Sri Lanka, passes to E.
Is it Myanmar?
Not Myanmar, passes to F. So far we've had Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and yeah.
Indonesia.
Not Indonesia, but a much better answer geographically, passes to A. Not Bangladesh either, and please answer into the mic. Team B.
Singapore.
Not Singapore, passes to C. Malaysia. Into the mic.
Malaysia.
Will fetch you 25. 2 25 pointers in a row. Malaysia's money is managed by Khazana Nacional, which is their sovereign wealth fund. Team C for Charlie gets 25. The next question goes back to the ladies at D because they got the 25 points. I'm looking for a 4-word phrase or motto. Which 4-word phrase, officially adopted in 1956, will you see on all US dollar notes? It is the national motto of the US. It reflects the country's historical religious sentiment. Team D. On every dollar note, you will see this motto. It's 4 words, and there's a clue. It shows the US's historical religious nature. Team D. For example, on Indian notes, you would see Satyameva Jayate, right? What 4-word English phrase do you see on every US dollar note? Team D. In fact, you see it on every US coin as well. I believe the answer slide has a coin image also. Team D. 15 more seconds. Last 5 seconds. Team D. Not taking a guess. Passes to E. It's 4 words long. So give me a 4-word answer. Pass question. Can't give you much time. No? Taking a guess? Passes to F.
Pass.
Passes to team A.
We the people of America.
We the people of America. Nice, but no. Passes to B. There is no religion there, right? In we the people of America. Something to do with religion. Team B. Pass question. I need to. Passes to C. Can they make it 325s in a row?
Pass.
No, they can't. It was your question. We will go to ma'am in the front row. Let's get a mic to the very first row to my left. Let me remind you, while the mic goes across, we have audience prizes throughout, and we will be announcing the prizes for the overall day's play at the end of the day. And if a team is not there when the prizes are announced, we will not keep that prize in abeyance. We will move on to the next team in order and give them the prize. So please make sure you are here throughout all 4 quizzes, and especially at the end of the 4th quiz. Ma'am, the answer.
I think in God we trust.
In God we trust. Let's give ma'am a chocolate. Very, very nice. In God we trust is what is found on every US dollar note. It reflects their religious sentiment as a country. And as you can see, it's there on coins as well. Very, very nice answer. And I hope that sweetens the answer for you as well. The next question is question number 4. Back to team D. Which major Indian financial newspaper is published by the publishers of The Hindu and is known for its in-depth coverage of markets and the economy? In fact, it pays tribute to the fact that it is from the house of The Hindu by calling itself The Hindu blank. So the name of the newspaper is The Hindu blank. I want a blank. Team D. And just to make it even edgier for you, the next team is really excited about this. So you might as well want to answer this before they do. Team D. One of the top 5 or 10 business newspapers in India. Team D. Five seconds more.
The Hindu Times.
The Hindu Times. No. Passes to E. Take a guess. I saw you both very animated when it was going on, so I'm guessing
The
you have...
Hindustan Times.
Not the Hindustan Times, totally different group, and passes to F. The Hindu blank. What? Pass question, I need to rush you.
Pass.
No, passes to A.
The Hindu Business Line.
The Hindu Business Line. They pick up 25. This is the Hindu Business Line, one of the few papers which, in spite of the fact that it's a financial paper, is printed on white newsprint, right? So 25 points to team A, and the next question will go to team B. We are going clockwise or anti-clockwise? Clockwise, sorry. So it should go to B. My bad. Team B, your question. What behavioral bias leads investors to let a positive impression of one trait, like a charismatic CEO or a strong brand, unfairly influence their judgment of unrelated aspects of a company, potentially resulting in overvaluation in the stock markets? This behavioral bias is called the blank effect. Just fill in the blank with a 4-letter word. Team B. If all the teams agree, I'll give a clue. Anybody blocking a clue? So the clue is that the 4-letter word that you're talking about is something that we associate with God, angels, etc. And it's a very apt word because people tend to look at a charismatic person like you would look at God or an angel. So it's called the blank effect, 4-letter word.
Halo effect?
Halo effect will get her 25. Very, very nice. It's called the halo effect. If you look at portrayals of God and angels, they have a halo around their head. 25 points to team B for the halo effect. Team C, your question. This is the last question before the buzzers, so please be careful. Alice Weedle, AFD, Chetan Bhagat, Steve Bannon, and leaders like Rishi Sunak and Malcolm Turnbull were all once employed by which global financial giant? Team C, very famous company.
Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs. He doesn't even wait for 5 more seconds. 25 points to team C. That brings us to the end of this batch of 6 questions. We will move on to the buzzers. These are your rules. You have the scores, 25 for C. Thank you. 7 to 12 are completely on the buzzer. You know how the buzzer works. This time, plus 25, minus 25 for the first attempt, plus 15, minus 15 for the next attempt. The questions will all come up on screen. You don't have to wait for me to finish reading the question. The moment somebody buzzes, I will stop speaking, I'll identify the team, and you have to answer. If no one buzzes, I will keep on giving out clues until somebody buzzes, and the clues progressively get easier and easier. So you might want to keep listening, right? If all the teams are ready, fingers on your buzzer. Any doubt? Everybody okay with the rules? We will give you a score update after 3 questions. So you have 3 more questions and then a score. Fingers on your buzzers. I'm looking for a 2-word term, very famous in finance, economy, etc., etc. Fingers on your buzzers. Here's your question. Smurfing or placement, layering and integration are 3 key stages of which illegal financial process which is commonly used to disguise the origins of illegal funds. This is a buzz fastest by E.
Money laundering.
Plus 25. Money laundering is correct. Money laundering has placement, layering and integration. Plus 25 to team E for echo. I have reset the buzzers. I'm looking for, again, a 2-word answer, and this is something used in finance. Okay? Question coming up now. In the 1992 Harshad Mehta stock market scam, which financial instrument was fraudulently used by brokers and banks? A was fastest. Into the mic. Quickly, please. Into the mic.
Bank deposits.
Bank deposits is a minus 25 to team A. I will finish speaking because the question is there. Fraudulently used by brokers and banks to siphon off funds from the banking system. Any more buzzes? We have a buzz from C. Into the mic, please.
Bank receipt.
Bank receipts will get you plus 15. Very, very nice. This is bank receipts, not bank deposits. Bank receipts is a receipt is a document containing a summary of the transaction between 2 banks, and Mr. Harshad Mehta came up with fraudulent such receipts which had no basis in actual transfer of funds. Minus 25 to A, plus 15 to C. I have reset the buzzers. Next question, I'm simply looking for the name of an Indian state. Clear? Indian state. Fingers on your buzzers. Here it comes. Which Indian state was primarily at the center of the 2013 Sarda chit fund scam that defrauded lakhs of small investors? Sarda chit fund scam. It is one of the few prominent states of India which are not under the rule of the central government party. And one of the people who lead this party in the Rajya Sabha happens to be a very, very famous quizmaster as well. One of India's OG quizmasters leads this party in the Rajya Sabha. This party which is in power at this state. And this party is not in power in any other state of the country other than this state. Okay, we have a buzz finally. Team E, shh. Team E, which state?
West Bengal.
Lovely, 25, very, very nice. West Bengal, it is Derek O'Brien, India's OG quizmaster, along with Siddharth Basu and the rest, Bonvita Quiz Contest. He is the Rajya Sabha leader of the Trinamool Congress, which is in power only in West Bengal. 25 points to Team E. That's a lovely, lovely risk, if it was a risk. Moving on to the score update, let's take a quick look at the scores. Just 3 more questions to go. 155 for Team C, that's Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Institute. 95 to E, who are not far behind. Then we have 55 to Team D, 245s for A and B, and a 10 for Team F. Let me remind you, the top 2 teams go through directly to Navi Mumbai in November. So that's what you have to play for. Let's go back to the 10th question. Fingers on your buzzers. I'm simply looking for a 1-word answer. 1 English word. Okay? Let's take a look at the question. What 8-letter word or term describes a company's capacity to meet its long-term debt obligations and financial liabilities. No buzzes. The opposite of this word, we have a buzz from F. Into the mic.
Solvency.
Beautiful. Give them a round of applause. 25. This is solvency. They move from 10 to 35. And if they get the next two as well, that will put them squarely in third or maybe second position. I don't know yet, but we will take a look. Solvency gets them 25 to team F. The second last question of the quiz for the first semi-final coming up. Are you ready, all teams? Coming up now. This English word has Arabic roots. Originally, it meant to notify. Over time, it made its way into English, taking on a new significance which has everything to do with markets and trade and so on and so forth. Which English word is this that a very, very prominent global leader uses a lot during his ongoing current public speeches? We have a buzz from A. What English word? Into the mic quickly, please.
Circular.
Circular. And which prominent global leader uses the word circular in his speeches?
Notification.
Not really. That's a minus 25 to team A. I'm going to wait for 3 more seconds for a buzz. Anybody buzzing? One English word used now in trade, and a very prominent global leader, political leader, uses it in his speeches very much these days. No? Buzz closing in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go across to sir here in the second row. We'll get a mic to you. Your name, I think you are from our host Symbiosis as well, and the answer.
Hello sir, I am Dr. Mukesh Bhojani from IT University, and the answer is deal.
Answer is?
Probably answer is deal.
Deal. Yes. That's a nice guess because you got the leader right, so I'll give you another chance. It's not deal, but it is. What word is the great Donald Trump using a lot in his speeches nowadays?
Trade deal.
Sorry?
Trade deal.
No? So I'll go across to ma'am there, in the blue top, yes. In the middle. Ma'am, you already had a chance yesterday. We'll first go to ma'am next to you, yes.
The tariff.
Tariff is correct. Let's get a mug to ma'am. This is tariff, and let's have, I have a small video which I would like you to see. Let's see. Audio?
No, he's not your president. You know, most psychopaths in history, they would declare war without warning. This guy declares peace without warning, without telling the parties who are fighting. You know, the soldiers are on the field. I feel so bad for them. Soldiers are out on the battlefield. They are seeing one post online, war is over. What are you saying? What do I do with this drone now? I don't know. We'll see if there's a wedding around. We'll shoot some footage from it. You know, the late Baba Siddiqui had this thing where he used to do this iftar party every year, where all he would do is get Salman and Shah Rukh together and they would hug. I think this is what Donald Trump's vibe is, basically. I think in a few months he's also going to have an iftar party. Except it's Donald Trump, so it won't be an iftar party, it will be a tariff party. Aha! Yes!
Tariff is what I was looking for.
Because what is iftar if not reciprocal tariff?
Tariff is what I was looking for. Very nice answer. That brings us to the very last question of this semi-final. Fingers on your buzzers, all teams. This is a 2-word answer that I want. 2 words, okay? Here's your question. Which segment of the financial market facilitates the trading of short-term debt instruments? Team B, into the mic.
Money market.
Plus 25. Beautiful answering. Money market is what I was looking for. That brings us to the end of what has been a very entertaining first semi-final. I think it has set the bar very high for the other 3 semi-finals to follow. Plus, you let me finish on time, so my thanks to you as well. Let's quickly go and take a look at the scores. Let me remind you, the top 2 teams go through directly, and the other teams will have to see if they fit in the last 2.
September 30th, 2025. And here's the exciting part.
there's prize money worth over 4 lakhs rupees for students and 1 lakh rupees plus for faculty mentors. So assemble your team, bring your best ideas, and be part of the movement to strengthen India's financial systems. Let's outsmart fraud together.
Thank you. And these are your scores. Let's have a round of applause for Team A. They were leading at one point, but they got a couple of unfortunate minuses. 20 is what they finished with. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. 35 to Team F, Sagar Institute of Science and Technology. They get 35. 55 to Sri Vaishnav Institute of Management and Science from Indore. 70 to Team ITM University from Raipur at B on the back of that 25. Then we have the team which will finish second and still go to Navi Mumbai. 95 to School of Commerce Indore at E. Very, very nice. What makes me even more happy is that right from the first get-go, a lady will make her way to the national finals and winning this quiz semi-final, going through as champions of semi-final 1, 155 to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Business Management, Ujjain. Round of applause for you. You can all carry on down.